Good evening, everybody. Welcome to your Tuesday evening Facebook Live. My name is Sarah Edwards. I'm an independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator, and I come to you guys live every Tuesday and Thursday, usually at 7, to do a fun new project. Today at 7, actually for this week and next week, I'll probably have to go live on Tuesdays and Thursdays at 6 because Stampin' Up! Is actually doing a boot camp on Instagram. So I am super excited. I signed up to do it, and it starts at 7. And it only runs about 30-45 minutes, so it's not tragic, but I didn't want to be super late doing the Facebook Live. And if it happens to go late, I don't want to be even later for you guys. So I thought I would just move it up a little bit. So thank you for being flexible with me. And if you can't join me live, you'll definitely be able to watch the replay. So hopefully you guys have had a good day, even though it has been pouring down rain pretty much all day. And it's amazing and it's terrible all at the same time. Especially when you just wash and blow dry your hair, you spend all of that time and then you go outside and it gets wet. Yes, we do have umbrellas, but I thought I could run to my craft room really quick and not get drenched. Didn't happen, but that's okay. If that's the worst thing that happens to me today, I should count my blessings. So, last Thursday and the Thursday before, I did not go live because we were at our retreat. So I can now finally show you guys all of the pillow gifts and the make and takes that we did and just the amazingness of fun that we had. I know that is definitely not proper English, but that's what came to mind. It is so much fun just to sit, relax, enjoy everybody's company. My husband does all the cooking for us, and the food was outstanding. He literally like nailed it. He nails it every single time, but I don't know if it was that I was so hungry this last 2 weeks for the retreat that it tasted so good, but he did a phenomenal job. So shout out to my husband for cooking for all of us for 2 full weekends straight. Okay, enough chit chatting. Let's get crafting. I have lots to show you guys today. Okay, so let's start with the make and takes, but let me make sure we are live on Facebook, which I don't see why we shouldn't be. There we are. I see my green shirts. Okay, so let's start with the make and takes. So I do 3 make and takes per day starting on Friday. Thursday is pretty much a free day. So starting on Friday, you get 3 make and takes, and you get one of each of the 3 bundles that I picked or the stamp set. And these are the first 3 that we did. This is a celebration item. And for many, many years, I did not need baby cards, but I need lots, lots of baby cards now. So I paired in the So Tiny, So Precious. It's out of the annual catalog. And this set is from Celebration. And I used the retiring colors. So we have Sweet Sorbet, Parakeet Party, and Starry Sky. Whew, I remembered those. So these are the retiring colors. I tried to do a lot of the retiring colors this go around. So this is the next bundle that we did, and this is using the new stamp set that's in the mini catalog. It's the submarine set. And these were all using the retired colors as well. So we have Sweet Sorbet. This one is I want to say Tempting Turquoise, but that's an old color. And this one is Orchard Oasis. I'll think of that color in a few minutes. So that was your another set of 3. And then the last set, I used the Celebration Designer Series paper and I paired it with the stamp set, the bundle, Hexagon Happiness or something like that. So most everybody actually they did all 3 cards, but they used the with sympathy stamp set for these 2 as well. I know we don't like to make sympathy cards when we need them, so it's nice to have some on hand. So I know many of the ladies made all 3 of those sympathy cards. So those are the cards that we did. Let's bring in the pillow gifts. So the pillow gifts all would have been using the B suites, but silly me made these guys ahead of time, and I used the new lavender set, which is absolutely gorgeous. I fell in love with it, but then when I started working with the B set, I fell in love with the B set as well. So this is your nameplate. Everybody got one of these, and it sat on your table just like that. I know it's kind of hard to see, so I wanted to flip it over. I used the puff dimensionals to die cut everybody's name, and you are simply marvelous, and everybody is simply marvelous. So that was your nameplate. And I usually don't duplicate my bags, but these bags were so much fun and they are so stinking cute. So I decided to duplicate. This I used for bingo as well, but it says Make a Wish Friend, and I used the new ice cream set and our new letters for this. So that was super fun. Let's see, your next pillow gift is a tear off calendar. I don't know if you remember me posting on Facebook that I was using my husband's nail gun, but this is what I was nailing together. So I wanted a place to put the ice cream pen so it can sit on your desk. And if you pen, you can just grab it. But I didn't want it to kind of not be sturdy. So I stapled it on the inside and then I stapled it a couple times underneath the designer series paper. Literally can't even see that. And it will sit just like that on your desk. So that was another one of your pillow gifts. Let's see. There are so many cute, fun things. I don't even know where to start. So this was another one. So this can hang on your door. It can hang on if you have a nail in your kitchen or living room. You can hang it up as well. And it says, Be Mine. So I cut all of our designer series paper and I used the letters from the annual catalog to say the Be Mine. And I stamped and punched out the little bee. And I did stamp the little bees behind the little dots. I don't know what they're called. So that was another pillow gift. Here is another fun one. So this is you'll always be the one for me. So it does stand on your desk as long as your desk is level. It is on a circle block and it does stand, I promise. So this is just something to stand on your desk as well. I don't know, I think my table is level, but apparently it isn't because this guy isn't sitting still. So that was another one. And then last but not least, there's two more. This was another one of your gifts. So my friend Laura sent these to me and I fell in love with it. So I had to get everybody else one as well. Excuse me. So it's a notebook and it's I got them in the school supply at Walmart. So once school starts back into session in August, look for these guys. They're the half notebooks and they're really nice size. Everybody loved that it wasn't too small, but it wasn't so massively big as well. And I decorated both sides of your little notebook and everybody got a cute little pen. So those are the pillow gifts that everybody got. I did put a link in for this next spring retreat. I am only doing it for one weekend this time. So definitely if you're interested in getting spoiled for the entire weekend and have amazing food, you'll definitely want to RSVP soon. Good evening, Marie. Welcome. So this is not the set I thought I grabbed. It is in the wrong box. That's hilarious. So we have a new kit that is out and it is called, oh, it is. That's the Painted Wishes. It's called Panda something. I actually thought that's the kit that I brought over, but it isn't. I wanted to show you the fun cards that is in this kit. And I just had the other cards. What did I do with them? Hold on, let me look at my craft room really quick. Oh, yep, there they are. So this is the fun set. I'm not usually one to put the kits together. I love getting them and everybody loves them, but I find that sometimes I don't put them together. But then I saw this kit and I was like, oh, I have to put this together. It is so stinking cute. Look at that envelope. And then the little panda bears, and you get the larger cards as well with a fun envelope. But I kind of changed mine up a little bit, and I really hope that one time that my kids aren't watching, because I want to show you how I recreated them. So I wanted Valentine's Day gifts for my grandchildren. One of them we have not met yet. He or she is not here, but I still wanted to send them, he or she, a Valentine's Day card. So I did Baby Ramsey and Happy Valentine's Day at the bottom. And then my husband's birthday is on Valentine's Day. So I wanted to make him a Valentine's slash birthday card. So I wrote his name. I call him Hun. And I did happy birthday and happy Valentine's Day. Huh, it's a twofer, 2 for 1. And then our cute little grandson, Lucas, I wanted him to have one as well. So I wrote his name up at the top and happy Valentine's Day. So I will get each one of them, besides my husband, he doesn't drink Starbucks. I will get these two cutie patooties a $5 Starbucks gift card, even though they really can't go there. Lucas might be able to get a glass of milk or something, but Mama will enjoy it as well. So those are my Valentine's Day cards for my grandbabies and my husband. But this set is really, really cute. If you have not looked at it or if you haven't gotten it yet, definitely put it on your wish list because it is phenomenal. Okay, let's start crafting with what we are doing tonight. I am going to bring in my pile of paper. This is what I have left from, I should have counted how many packs of paper I went through. I probably went through 15 packs of this paper, if not more. So this is what I did most of the pillow gifts out of. And it is the Be My Valentine designer series paper. So fun, so gorgeous, and it just will put a smile on anybody's face. So I just wanted to show you what the paper looks like, even though my pile is a smidgen of a hot mess. That's the designer series paper we're playing with today. And here is the stamp set. And of course, I forgot the matching punch that goes with it. It is in my craft room. But it does have a matching punch. Let me bring this back in because I did punch out the little bee for this so you can at least see what it looks like. I'm just using the stamp sets for this card, but you can definitely use the punch and pop the bees up if you want to. So I'm using the Be My Valentines and I'm pairing it with the deckled circles. Yes, deckled circles. And I am using number 4 from the smallest, 5 and 6. So 4, 5, and 6 from the smallest is what I'm using to create this card. So here is your card. I want to grab my embossing folder. I did forget to bring. One would think as many times as I go live that I would remember everything that I needed, but good thing my craft room is right next door. Just needed to grab my plates and my embossing folder, and we're done. So this is the card we're going to be making. You're as sweet as honey, and you could pop up this bee, but I really liked him just kind of flat, facing forward versus facing sideways. So let's get started. You need a piece of basic white. This measures 5.5 by 8.5, and I scored it at 4.25. So we can go ahead and fold this, give it a nice good crease, and we can set that aside because we're not going to need that for a couple minutes. And then I have a piece of sweet sorbet. This measures 4 by 5.25. I have a piece of petal pink. This is 3 3/4 by 5. I also have a piece of our designer series paper that is 3.5 by 3 3/4. And I already went over the circles that we're using. And those are our 3 circles. So before we get started with using our designer series paper or the circles, I want to do a little something with the backing. So I'm literally just putting a smidgen of glue on the back. I don't want so much where it's going to eke out when I run this through the embossing machine. I don't know if you caught that in my original card. Let me bring it back in. but you can see I embossed just the two layers together underneath. I think it just added a little bit of pizzazz to your card. So I'm going to grab my embossing machine. I'm going to set it gently on my table. I have my plate, and this is the embossing folder that I'm using. It kind of looks like beehives. It's in the it's on the online exclusives, and it comes in a 3-pack. So I'm just going to line this up on the lines that are provided, just so I make sure all of my little honeycombs are straight. I don't know if that's technically what it's called, but that's what I'm calling it today. Run this through. And out pops our piece that is glued together. You can also use our snail adhesive to adhere this down. You don't need a whole lot of glue because once you emboss it, it's going to stick, but you do want a little bit of glue. So now we can glue all of this together. It's a very easy card to do. I actually contemplated using this for my Valentine's Day cards to send out to everybody, but then I started working on March's retreat pillow gifts, and I used all of this paper. This is the only paper that I didn't use for this retreat, so I had quite a few pieces left over. And I was like, I actually think I might have enough. So I used it all. I can't tell you what I'm making, but it's super cute. Okay, there's that. I am going to set this aside, and because it is embossed, it might need a second or two to dry. So I am going to grab my plate, and I'm going to set my plate on top of it. I'm just using this guy, and that'll help hold it down. So now we can start working with our circles. I didn't dimension any of these up either because the wings needed to be stamped on as well. So I glued this whole thing together. And then we can start stamping. Yes, that is a little, I don't know the right word to use for Facebook, but we're going to try this. I'm sure many of you know the word I was going to say, and then I stopped myself. So I'm going to take the bottom of the bee, the stinger, and I am going to kind of scoot him up just a smidgen. So he's kind of in the middle, but I don't want it too far up where his body is not going to be centered. So there's our bee. I have our Daffodil Delights. So I'm going to do his body in Daffodil Delights. And I'm going to put it sideways just so I can hopefully, I might need to pull it over and stand on my tippy toes. This lines up perfectly, but I am not standing right on top of it, so hopefully I can get it right. Oh, that was actually pretty good. So there's that, and then I have his little antlers or antennas. They're not antlers, they're antennas. I'm going to stamp those on top. I have hearts, wings. I'm going to do those in black. And you see how this hangs over the circle? I'm going to put a little extra pressure off to the side, just so I get it on all 3 layers. There we go. That is perfect. We are done with the Daffodil Delight. Let me bring in the Petal Pink. And we're going to do the solid heart is going to go inside the Petal Pink. Oh, I am so glad. Hold that thought. We need a sticky note. I'm so glad I caught that before I put that down. Actually, I'm just going to use a piece of this kind of pull away. It's kind of like a post-it note. So I'm going to put a post-it note on here and then stamp. I actually created these during the retreat. I didn't just do them today. You see how part of the heart would go into the body of the bee? So yes, definitely put a post-it note of some sorts right here. Even a scratch piece of paper, like literally whatever you have, just to hold that down so you can stamp the wing. There we go. Set that aside. And all we have left is his cute little face. And his little face, you get to pick which face you want as well on the bee. So you can have one winking, you can have one squinting, you can have one smiling. And this one is like, what are you doing? I wanted the smiley face because I think he is super stinking cute. There we go. Let's bring in the card base. And it is definitely all smashed down. Not smashed, but it is all secure. And I'm going to put this right in the center. You could pop this up if you wanted to. Let's pop it up. I think it'll be okay to pop up. I just didn't want to pop up any of the layers because I needed it to kind of flow a little bit nicer. So that is going to go right here. And then I have some scratch pieces, and I believe they're a 1/2 inch. I didn't quite measure them, but I think it is a 1/2 inch. And my original one, I did the sweet sorbet, but apparently I didn't bring that ink over. So we are just going to use Memento. Nobody is going to say, oh my goodness, you probably should have used a different color for your sentiments. They are just going to love the card that you created for them. And yes, I know I'm going to bring in my retired punch, but this guy is literally my best friend. Just going to slide that in. There we go. You can do that by hand if you don't have that guy, but if you do, just use them. Put some dimensionals on here. And in this suite, it does come with little gems. I have run out of the gems, so I thought I brought some rhinestones over here, but I don't see them. So you can bling this up with some rhinestones if you want, or use the gems that are included in the kit. I used all of mine, so I don't have them to show, but they are super fun. So there you go. There is your card for tonight. I know we're only making one. I know I talked a lot in the beginning, so I don't want to take up too much of your guys' time on recreating more. But if you are just logging on, you can definitely go back and watch the replay. Super fun set. And don't forget, I did send out the email for the spring retreat. I keep saying summer. The spring retreat and the summer retreat will actually come at the end of the spring retreat. The email will be sent out after the next retreat. So if you're waiting for summer, it is coming, I promise. But for now, we have to concentrate on spring. So if you need anything, please feel free to reach out, and I will see everybody on Thursday at 6. So this week and next week, our Facebook Lives are going to move till 6 because I am going to be doing a training at 7 with Stampin' Up. So if you need anything, please feel free to reach out. If not, I will see many of you guys on Thursday for another live. Chat with you soon. Bye-bye.